Hello Seekers, my name is Kim and welcome to my first ever pick-a-card tarot reading here on YouTube. Before we begin, please remember that no storm, no matter how loud and thunderous, no matter how chaotic and long it appears to be, is eternal. All storms pass, and in its wake leaves this sense of renewal and appreciation for the new day. So please always keep hope. Because like Princess Leia said, hope is like the sun. If you only believe in it when you can see it, you'll never make it through the night. And also please remember that in darkness comes this awareness and an opportunity to shine even brighter. Because you are light. So please do keep hope. All will be well and trust. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into the reading. So this pick-a-card reading is going to be about what is coming to you this spring. And this spring can be from any time you're watching it. We have 3 piles to choose from today. The first pile is orange selenite. The second is green jade. And the third is black tourmaline, I believe. So please be aware that this video is divided into parts. If you are gravitated towards either pile 2 or 3, the links to these videos are in the description box down below. Okay, so pause the video if you need to, take the time to meditate, relax, breathe on it, and whatever crystal or pile calls out to you, then that will be your pile. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in a bit. Hello, pile number 1, the orange selenite pile. I will first begin this reading with an intuitive message. I will then move to the cards, and last but not least, I will be pulling some DIY charms for you if you are interested. I will be providing all the timestamps for all those sections down below if you want to skip into any. Okay, so the intuitive message. So for those who picked the orange selenite, I sat down to meditate, and what I got when I closed my eyes and my mind's eyes were immediately leaves. So it was the up-close image of green leaves and branches as well. So it was a very earthy energy that I connected with. It felt very stable and grounding. It felt very heavy. My body felt heavy, like I was being pulled down to the ground. And I also felt my heart space, my heart palpitations, but very steady. And all I could imagine was that my heart was being anchored to the ground. So it's this very grounding energy. So maybe you are being asked to ground yourself more, to be more calm, to be steady. And the selenite is also a crystal that is a calming stone. So it was that feeling of calmness or coming into that calmness. Now the orange color is related to the sacral chakra, and it is in regards to creativity, to this equal of giving and receiving, and also in regards to relationships. So maybe that has to correlate with the sensation I got of my heart being anchored. So maybe you're giving too much of yourself, right? There's this imbalance in the giving and receiving aspects in regards to relationships perhaps, or you not setting your own boundaries. Now the selenite crystal is also used for healing, and it also increases the energy of other crystals. So this is a crystal that you do not need to cleanse, because this crystal is used to cleanse other crystals. So again, this is very grounded and stable energy. So I feel that that's what you're being asked to do, to ground yourself more, maybe to connect more to Mother Nature, because those are the images that I constantly saw in my mind's eye. Nature, and very spring energy. And also this image of a butterfly, a winged butterfly came up, and a bud. So it's this feeling of coming into something, of blooming and transformation. So probably that's why you're being asked to ground, because you are evolving, right? So it could be this sense of awakening or moving on to another level and transforming. And when we transform comes a healing in that. So when we're healing, we need to be in a very calm and restful space. We're asked to be grounded. So all the energy and the cleansing energy can really flow, right? What we don't need can flow out. Yeah, so maybe this is a transformative time for you in any aspect of your life, spiritually, maybe physically, maybe you are healing from an ailment, or creatively, maybe you're leveling up, right? So that's the intuitive message, and now let's get into the cards. Okay, so we're moving to the cards, and the first card that came up is the Wheel in reverse. Okay, so the wheel for me, when upright, speaks to me of new beginnings. In reverse, it speaks to me of an ending. Right, a cycle coming into a close. Now, number 1 is beginnings, and number 0 represents that infinite potential. So the 0 is usually, in the regular tarot, it represents the Fool. So it's that infinite potential of going into the unknown with all this hope and faith of just everything, right? So anything is possible with this energy. And here I feel that is exactly what I was feeling before. It's like this transformative energy. You're beginning a new chapter, a new cycle of your life. So again, it's becoming that butterfly. So when we're entering a new chapter of our life, sometimes in that intermediate state, in the in-between of ending, right, something and beginning it, we need that grounding energy to ground and to fully understand or to fully comprehend the chapter that just has closed in order to take the lessons with us and to fully come into our own. So to ground our hearts. And it's mostly that feeling of pulling all of your energy back to you, calling all of your power back to you. Because when we interact with other people, we give some of our energy away. Right? It's because we're interchanging. It's that giving and receiving. And so at this moment, since you're moving into a chapter, it's that moment of coming into yourself and calling all of your power back to you. So in that sense, what you could do is sit down, breathe, relax, just breathe in and breathe out, and just close your eyes and state the intention that you call all your power back to you. You call all of your energy back to you. You think of any interactions you've had for the day, or any strong moments or situations or interactions that you had, and you think of those people and you thank them for the lessons that they gave you, and you call your energy back to you. Because this new chapter needs the whole of you, because it needs the entirety of you to enter into that new chapter, to enter into that new beginning, into that new day. So this feels very much like closing something. It's the ending of something for the beginning of something new. It's quite a beautiful energy. Okay, so let's look into the other card. So I pulled an oracle card here to clarify, and we have the potential card. So again, it's that seed that has been rooted, right? That has sprouted roots, and now it's finally growing. And we see here again, like I said, the new sun, a new day. It's this potential. So you feel that whatever you were coming from, whatever that night or darkness was, right, was creating these roots. So you know when they say the seed, in order to grow, needs to spend time in the soil, in the darkness, in order to root deeply, right, in order for it to sprout. And I think that time, whatever you're coming out of at the moment, seems like that dark chapter of your life. Might have been pretty difficult or pretty heavy, or you might not have felt very creative or excited at that time of your life. But it was because you were planting something, right? You needed to deep root, as we were mentioning before. And that deep rooting is important and essential, because when you deep root, then whatever you grow out of that will be stable and long term, right? It's potential here. And so this is the new beginning that is coming to you this spring. And it is beautiful, because spring is that sense of giving birth to new. It's new things coming after the winter. It's growth. It's a rebirth of sorts. And that's what you're coming into. It's a sort of rebirth. It's coming out of the night into the day. Yeah, so it's a closing of a chapter for the beginning of a new one. And we have that sun here and that orange energy here. So I feel that whatever it is that you're coming into, you will be filled again with that vigor, that excitement, and that creativity. And if it is due with relationships and that giving and receiving aspect, because I did have this strong relation with the heart, so with relationships, I feel that you come to the lesson, or you finally created your boundaries, right? You set your boundaries to know how much it is that you're willing to give to equivalent what you're receiving. So it's creating that balance, right? Because if, let's say, it's a plant, if we give it too much water, then we can drown it. But if we don't give it enough, then it can dry out and die, right? So we need that equilibrium. Okay, so I do feel this spring is like, it's literally what the season is about. It's a new beginning. It's birthing new energy. It's a new you. Okay, let's move into the next card that I pulled out. Was the Stag, which in the traditional tarot is the Strength card. Ooh, so this is, for me, now 8 reminds me a lot of the infinite symbol. So again, it's that infinite potential we were speaking of. And it's the Strength card. And right here, we have this stag, right? And he is the protector and the guardian of the forest, right? He's in his power. And I feel that that's what you're coming into at this moment, is this very empowering individual. Because I feel that whatever you came out of was what felt like that dark space. And you learned a lot from that. It made you stronger. And it made you more aware of your own potential, of your own power. And it's just this claiming, like we said, claiming your energy back and claiming your power back and setting your boundaries, right? Because this is the protector of the forest. He is standing here, let's say, in a line in the boundary and not letting just anyone pass. He decides who passes and who does not. He has that authority. And it's you discovering that authority for yourself. Is you setting the boundaries and saying who is going to enter your safe space, your life. Who are you willing to connect to and exchange energy with? Because you have discovered that this is very important. The relationships you create, the connections you make are very important. Because they speak a lot about you, what you're willing to accept in your life. Right? And what and to who you're willing to give your time, your energy, your dedication to. And I feel this is more of a protection of your own self. And it's knowing, it's becoming your own knight, let's say your own protector. Because now you know your own strength, you know your own potential, you know what you have to offer, you know its value. And you are damn right willing to protect it. It's like, I feel, it's like this seed, right, is this tree that is right here on the shield. This is what you're protecting. It may either be that you have been, maybe it's a creative project, you have been thinking of something, and you've just been ruminating about it, but you haven't had the energy or the motivation to go forth towards it. Or maybe your situation and your environment hasn't allowed you to actually put work in it, right? It's just been in your mind. But now it's like, boom, you got that motivation. It's like you got back your vigor, but also your sense of worthiness and knowing that you can bring this into the physical. And so this is what is growing, and you can feel it, that this will be something stable, that this is something that will bring fruit to you. And it is important, it is precious to you, and now you're going to guard it. And in order for this to grow, right, it is your own energy that would allow this to sprout and grow to its truest potential. And so now you are guarding it and protecting it, guarding your time, guarding your energy, because now you know where you want to put that energy into. To clarify this card, we have the Order card, the Mother card. Again, it's that. Here I think very much of like the Father energy, right? This is very much of the Father energy, the protector energy. And the Mother card speaks of the same energy as well. Is this protective energy. See how she's protecting, right, her eggs from this heavy darkness, from other energies. So maybe, again, we're speaking of that in terms of relationship or connections. Maybe you're coming out of that, of bad relationships. Bad in the sense that they weren't really boosting you up, right? They were pulling you down, as you can feel that this dark energy can push the wings of the bird down. So instead of like boosting you up and building you up, it was tearing you down. And you finally decided no more. And you're coming out of that. You're finally coming out of this. Like, it feels like a freshness. Like you're finally moving into that new day. And that's what is coming towards you this spring, because either, like I said, you have a project or something that has really motivated you. You've seen something, recognized something within yourself that you really want to protect. To see this potential, these eggs, and you're guarding it now. But I feel it's within yourself, like rediscovering your own power. And now it's like you setting your boundaries to protect it from other people or situations or environments. It's moving out of all that does not serve you, right? And moving into that new day. Because if you can imagine, if the sun was shining here clearly, we wouldn't have this darkness. So it's that new day. And you're willing to protect it. And you know you can. Like nothing can tear you down now or tell you that you're weak, because you know that is false, that is not true, because you have come into your power now. Because you understand that you write your own story, that you set your own boundaries, that you will allow connections to form and connections to break if they're not serving you anymore. And it's not because being mean or selfish. It's because you have that right, and you have every right to protect yourself and to care for yourself. It's more of this loving energy instead of this selfish energy. Okay? So the last tarot card that we have is this Injustice card. Okay, so as we can see in the Injustice card, there is this illusion of balance. So you can see the feather weighs the same as the coins, which is an illusion, right? And we see her being covered, blindfolded. It's not seeing her truth, it's not seeing her strength, because she has all the tools necessary, the arrows, the bow, to shoot at her target, to shoot at her goal. Now, arrows for me represent mental energy, but they're also intention. Bows, it's that purposeful energy, it's what keeps you steady and grounded. And it's the instruments you need in order to reach a purpose, to reach a goal, right, to create something. But right here, she's using it to shield herself. And she's appearing like she's trapped, like she has no power. And this could be either a self-sabotage, but I feel it's more that either the environment you have been, or I feel, for some reason, I just imagine people whispering in her ears, right? And that's causing her to keep this blindfold on. And she's just more listening to those whispers. And that's what she's imagining and painting in her mind, because she can't really see the reality. So those whispers are telling her that she's pretty much trapped, that she should stay here, that she's better here, that she's more protected here. So either it's these people that have been surrounding you, or it's just this mentality that you have, that you don't have the power to free yourself or to create the life that you want. Because we have here, feathers for me also represents this airy energy, which is mental energy. And it's this equivalence with these coins, right? So it's like the feather weighs as much as the coins. It's like there's so much mental energy, and it feels very much of that insecurity aspect that is keeping you stagnant, that was keeping you stagnant, because I feel you are moving out of that. You're coming out of that. Like I said, it's coming into your own power now. It's understanding that no, you are not powerless. You are a powerful being, and you can protect your dreams, and you can manifest them, and most importantly, you yourself can make them come true. And you have all the potential, you have all the tools necessary to bring whatever it is that you want into life. And I'm saying this because I'm also seeing her as if she were pregnant. Now, it could mean like a real physical pregnancy, but which could be because we have the mother and the father card here. So it could be that it might be a birth coming in, which is we also have the seed here, and I feel this could be like womb, right? Giving birth to something, and this might be your new beginning, and just knowing that you're going to bring this life, right, this innocent life into this world has given you this sense of empowerment, has given you that boost to know that you will be protecting and guarding a sacred life. And maybe it has allowed you to come out of this darkness and to take your power back. And if you were in a situation that wasn't beneficial for you, it's coming out of that, because now you are not only protecting yourself, but you're also protecting this innocent being. That could be it. But it could also mean a project or a dream or something else that you've been wanting to birth, and now you're determined to do so, and you are setting your boundaries, like we mentioned before, to protect it. You are no longer using it to self-sabotage you or to keep you back, but to move on forward. The next card that came out is Hope. Yeah, which is beautiful. It's like, again, reaching for those dreams. And if we see here, we have this sun here and the sun here again. And I feel it's like going towards it and protecting it. It's like whatever it is that if you have been asking for something, or you've been expecting something, either be a creative project, be it a child or a birth, then I feel that is what is coming towards you this spring. This spring, what is bringing towards you is this new beginning for you, is this sense of hope that you can, that you have all the potential, that you have all the power, that you are worth it. Oh my God, you're very much worth it, and you can do it. And if this means going into this chapter alone, if it is, and you feel alone and that you're not protected, let me tell you that if this is not only your energy, this is spirit guides telling you you are protected. You're protected. You have the mother and the father energy here. You're very much protected. So please have hope. And I feel that's what's coming with you. It's this sense of hope. You're seeing something. You will see something that will ignite that hope and motivation in you. Now the next card that comes is the Gratitude card in reverse. Now with the Gratitude card in reverse, I feel what it's telling me is that whatever darkness that you're coming from, whatever that sense of nightfall that you're coming out of, or that you might still be in, I'm not sure what it is, right? And I'm not to say that it's a beautiful thing, but it's just that we live through situations, and it's never not for a reason or for a purpose. And it's always to elevate us. And though you may not see it now, you will see why it might have had come to pass later on. Because this allowed you to bloom, to come out of this space finally. And it's just asking you just wherever you are right now, wherever you are, please don't look at the downside of things so much, right? Try to look at and feel that hope. Reach for that hope. Do not let it fade or dwindle or get stuck in this dark energy. Remember those eggs, that dream, whatever you want, whatever you're reaching for, that is your hope. Go fly towards it. Always reach for it and think about that, because the more you sink into that lack or that darkness, right, the more you fall. It's like you have the wings. You are this bird. You have these wings and the freedom, and it is always in how you perceive and see things. And that will take you to higher heights. And so instead of looking at the lack, try to look at all the things that do bring you that hope. And be grateful for them. It might be hard when you're in this space of darkness, be it in your mind or in your physical reality. But just like this bird, we have this darkness and we have this light. So you choose where you want to look. You want to get lost in this darkness, or you want to look towards the hope because it's there for you. It's not out of reach. It is existing and it is there for you. And it's kind of beautiful how it's like this orange selenite and we have this orange sun here repeatedly coming in. It's just this sense of hope that's coming in the spring for you. And for some reason, like, this reminds me of an egg, like when you crack it. So it's like finally reaching whatever that prize inside those eggs are, and having it with you and flying to higher heights with it. So I feel that's what's coming towards you. It's this new beginning and this sense of hope. And this validation that whatever it is that you're hoping for, dreaming for, it is coming to you. And if you were in a state of lethargy or darkness, you weren't feeling that sense of motivation, that is coming towards you as well. Because this darkness wasn't for no reason. You have been growing. You have been deep-rooting all this time. And it's because something beautiful and precious is coming. And so you had to find your self-worth. You had to create your boundaries. Sometimes we have to go through things to find out what it is that does not serve us, in order to know what it is that does serve us. It's knowing what we do not want to know what we do want. It's knowing who we are not to know who we are. And so you've gone into that darkness to know exactly what you don't want, in order for you to know exactly what you need for you to progress. And this is, again, a very balanced energy. It's a very empowering energy. It's just your guides or universe is just reminding you to be grateful. Gratitude takes you to great heights because it gives you this hope, and because it reminds you of what you to be grateful of, what you do have. And with that comes a lot of hope. Just this hope that ignites naturally. And you will be moving out of this space of stagnancy and thinking that you don't have the power, or just shushing those whispers, be it people or your own mind, and taking the blindfold and seeing your reality and saying, you know what, I have all that it is in me to move out of this space, because I no longer want to be here, and to speak my voice, because blue reminds me of the throat chakra. So speaking your voice is getting up and using that stone as a true stepping stone to just move on forward. So you're growing. Do not doubt that you're growing, because you have been growing. You've been deep rooting. And this is abundance here. This is yes. This is joy. This is the new day. This is a sunny day. And you're growing. You're in that process of growing, of transformation, of becoming that butterfly and then flying to wherever it is that you want to. Because you can be and do whatever it is that you desire to be. Yeah, so that is what I feel is coming towards you this spring. It's this new opportunity is what spring is all about. New opportunity, new life. Yeah, so keep on going. Keep your faith. Remember gratitude. And you have the power. You are powerful. And your dreams are important and they're beautiful, and you have all that you need to make them come true. And they are coming true. Okay? So now we'll be moving into the charms. If you want to stick around for that, then please do so. Okay? So hello, Pile 1, and thank you for sticking around for the charm section. So right here I did a little DIY last few days ago, and I have a few charms here that I am just going to see which ones fall out, and I have this painting of the moon. Now whatever charms fall inside the moon are things that will be coming into your physical reality, that will be manifested this spring, right? Whatever falls around in the aura of the moon will be things that you will be calling in or are soon coming towards you, but are not quite yet going to be manifesting your reality. And whatever falls outside here, where the stars are at, or in the void, are things that are being worked on in the background, right? So the universe is kind of helping you with that. So that's things that you will have control over, things that you're calling in, and things that the universe is helping you with. Okay? So let's see what the spring will bring for pile 1. So what falls down. Okay, more. Okay. And I think, let's see, that one. Okay, so let's see what fell out. We have the shooting star, the magnet, gloves, canvas, and here is an anchor. Okay, so let's start with the first one that fell out. So what fell out, that is what is being manifested, or you will have control over pretty soon, will be manifested in your physical reality. We have this little picture of a canvas. So for me, it's the blank canvas. So we were speaking about infinite potential, right? It's like this new chapter and this new opportunity. The blank canvas speaks to me of exactly that. You can paint whatever it is that you want, right? You're being given the power and the opportunity to create whatever it is that you want. It's like, it feels like going into a new home or a new house, and it's a blank canvas. You can decorate it however it is that you want. You can rearrange it and color it whatever color you want and design it whatever design that you wish to design it in. So you can use your own colors. There's no limitations here. It's the only limitation here is your imagination. So the only limitation is you. And you are creative, you are creativity, you are infinite potential yourself. So you have all the colors. You have everything that you need. And it's just this, literally is like a blank check to you. It's like this complete new opportunity for you that is coming to you. It's like this new chapter that we were speaking of. Now next we have this, or it could be also relating to like that new creative pursuit, feeling that motivation and sense of new creativity, new inspiration, things that will inspire you. If you're a person who is an artist, a creator, then it's like new creative projects coming to you and having that creativity and inspiration to create whatever it is that you want. The next one we have here is the gloves. Now here it's, if you've ever seen it, those gloves or mittens that they give to children, and they're tied by a string so they won't lose them, so the pair won't be lost or separated. Now I drew that in mind with the thought of the red string of fate. So this reminds me, well, I drew this in terms of soul connections, kindred spirits, your soul family. So it's like they're a pair, right? It comes in pairs, and then no matter how far apart they are or in different places, they are connected by this red string of fate. So what is coming towards you this spring, I sense, is new. We were speaking of relationships, so it's new connections, right? As remember, we were speaking about putting your boundaries. So it's this new connections that do boost you up, that are on your same level, on your same energy, that are soul family connections. Now, it does not have to be always romantic. It could be. I don't feel it much to be so, but it could be. It's just that it's this spiritual connection. It's this deep bond. It's these connecting with like-minded people, and people who are here to help you out, who think like you, who have same visions as you, who understand your visions, and who push you forward and motivate you and empower you in your own goals and what it is that you want to accomplish in life, who boost you up, right? And so new connections are coming to you, vitalizing connections that are beautiful and are soul depth connections. Yeah, so soul family, kindred spirits, the anamkara, as they say, that are coming towards you, which is pretty great. Yeah. And I feel that you're pulling that because we have the magnet here, right? So you're pulling these new connections because you are now, like we mentioned before, setting your boundaries. You're elevating higher. You're remembering your own power. You're becoming that empowered being and saying that, you know what, you want more out of this life. You deserve more, and you are deserving. Of course you are deserving, but now you acknowledge that, you realize that, you have become aware of that. And so you yourself, with that awareness, with that acknowledgement, are calling in these new opportunities and these connections that will serve you. And maybe that's what you also been longing for. It's those connections and relationships that are true and authentic and help you and build you, and that are reciprocal, that they are balanced, because we have the north and south here, and just remind me of like this balance. And so it's just relationships that will be balanced in that giving and receiving aspect. Yeah, so you're calling that in, which is beautiful. And then we have right here, right at the edge, like it's barely coming in, like it's around your aura, and it's barely coming in into your physical reality, but it will be coming in, and this is a shooting star. So for me, the shooting star is a wish fulfillment, is a wish that is coming true for you. So again, that beautiful energy of new beginnings for you, whatever it is that you were desiring for, because remember, we had the potential, the seed that is growing. And so it might be a dream or a wish that you had that is finally sprouting and coming into your reality, right? And you yourself, you're pulling that in, and you will finally see it. It will be coming maybe towards the end of spring, but you will be sensing it and feeling it in the spring. This wish that you've had, it is coming towards you, and maybe you feel it already, that sense of excitement, and that's why maybe you feel that sense of excitement and motivation. And again, you're pulling this in, you're calling it in, because you're moving into that empowering state of knowing that you can create whatever, you have that power to create whatever it is that you want, to paint the picture that you want for yourself. And so it's a wish coming true. It's like the star falling into your hands that you've been calling for. It's like when you pick a star and you make a wish on it, and it's been waiting for you to finally open your hands to release old things that you've been holding on to that no longer serves you, to let them go, to make space for the star to come in and fall into your hands finally. It's just been waiting for you. And I feel that you're finally moving into that. is awesome, which is great. And around you also, you've been manifesting. What you can't really see in your physical reality is this cups that I drew. Now this cups is the, little children when they have the cups and they tie them with strings and they pull them taut and they call on each other, use them like phones, right? And what that teaches us is that sound travels through vibration. And so I drew this red string of fate. So what this represents for me is communication, but is communication that is not seen in physical, like texting or calling on the phone, but it's like that telepathic communication, right? So it's receiving downloads or information or connecting, with other souls in this physical reality telepathically, right? It's like either receiving messages from them or actually sending messages back and forth. And they can be manifested sometimes in just signs. So sometimes you're thinking of something or you're asking yourself a question and a song pops up and there's a message in that song, or whatever you've been feeling, that song reminds you or resonates with you, or you're reading something. It all depends on what you're into. Like, let's say if you're a person who loves to read books, like I like to read books a lot, and you've been wondering about something, and you open the book and there's an answer to it, or a message there that rings true to you, and that's it. That's also how you can communicate. And also there's your angels or guides communicate with you through numbers and symbols, whatever it is that catches your attention or that you're naturally pulled to, if it's music, if it's movies, television shows, or books, or art. Whatever it is, those messages are coming in, and they're coming in pretty strong. And it also might be that you are now connecting, you're starting to see this kind of telepathic communication with someone that you will be seeing in your physical reality. And either you will be meeting this person, or when you meet this person, this telepathic communication will be growing stronger, right? So maybe when you think of the person, they will call, or you might be seeing this person in your dreams before you meet them, or afterwards you might share the same dreams, or it's just that connection with that person. And it's that communication that doesn't have to be verbalized, because we have that power, because we are energy, we are vibration, so we can communicate without verbally speaking it. We can feel each other, and that's what this represents for me. And it also has to do a lot with you coming back into your own power and calling all of your energy back, like we said, because we have the anchor here, which is pretty amazing, because we did speak of that sense of anchoring and grounding, right? And also I feel that is coming into your power, calling all your power back to you. And I feel that that's what the universe is helping you with, and that all your connections and all of the situations that you've been experiencing it have been helping you to anchor yourself, to ground yourself in this new reality that you will be creating. Yeah, so it's coming into that new chapter of your life and being more present in it. It also speaks of being more present in it. So new experiences, relationships or connections, they will be more grounding. And they will remind you of being in that present moment, and also being in that gratitude state. Because when we are in the present moment, we start seeing the things that to be grateful for. Things that bring us joy and happiness, and that we're truly grateful for in our heart space. So that's what will be coming to you this spring. That's all I see for you. And I hope you liked this reading, all sections of it. And thank you so much for sticking around and joining me and allowing me to be your tarot reader for today. Thank you so much, and until next time. Oh, and if you like, you can like this video if it resonated with you. And if you want to subscribe, then you totally can. And yeah, leave a comment down below if it did resonate with you, if you want to share your story. It's a free space here, So thank you so much, and until next time.